welcome back. We are continuing our journey through the College Board question bank. We are doing linear equations in one variable. Um, this is video number 2 in this sequence. As always, feel free to pause the video before I explain each question. We're going to try to do 10 questions in this video and keep it under 20 minutes. Without much further preamble, let's go ahead and just dive right in. If you want definitions that we're working with, I encourage you to go back to the beginning of this sequence and review that video. The perimeter of an isosceles triangle is 83 inches. So isosceles triangle means that all 3 sides are congruent. 83 divided by 3 is what? That's going to give us 20, So I can't do this in my head. Why can't I do this in my head? All right, 2 gives you 6. Ranger 2, 23. 7. Oh, no. I'm thinking equilateral. Wow, great way to start the video, Al. All right. Back up. Here we go. Equilateral is all 3 sides are the same. Isosceles is only 2 sides are the same. So the perimeter is x, and something adds to 83. To the congruent sides of the triangle, 24. Okay, 24, 24, and then something. So 24 plus 24 is, of course, 48. 83 minus 48 is going to give us, what? 35. What is the length of the third side? That is our answer. Wow, that is in linear equations with one variable. I guess you could express that as a linear equation of 2x plus y equals 83. They give you the 24, so you go 2 times 24 plus y equals 83, and then you solve it algebraically that way. Why would they put that in the linear equations section? That's weird. Question 12, ending EDC. 2 pips on the difficulty. Give it a shot. All right, we got b minus 2 times x equals 8. Again, we saw last video that constant means nothing for us. It doesn't move us towards the answer, so we ignore it. Has no solution. We haven't seen this before. We saw infinite solutions in the last video. No solution is similar in that the slopes of a linear system, if they have no solution, that means they're parallel. So on the right-hand side, we have no x's. That means that the slope here is 0x plus 8. That's like the function we should understand the right-hand side to be. There are no x's. So this coefficient on x should be 0. So that means b minus 2 equals 0. That means b is 2, giving us answer A. No solution means that they have the same slope, the same coefficient on x, and if on the right-hand side there are no x's, that means on the left-hand side we should have no x's, 0x. No solution means the slopes are the same. All right, moving on, next question, question 13, code FED. How many solutions does this have? Okay, so 10. I'm just going to copy it down for my own processing here. Try to solve it yourself first. All right, if we want to find out how many solutions there are, 1, 2, infinite, or 0, it can't have 2. It's not quadratic, it's not a curve. In order for 2 solutions, you would have to have one of these things be a curve. But they're both lines. And at most, they can have 1, like that. They could have 0, meaning that they're parallel. Or they could have infinitely many, meaning they're the same line. You could plug this into Desmos. You are allowed to use Desmos on the test. So that may be the easiest thing to do here is to, what I would do is on one line, type that in, And on a new line in Desmos, type that in and see how many points of intersection they have. If they overlap perfectly, it's infinitely many. If they're parallel, 0 solutions. If they are intersecting, 1 solution. But the other way to do this is to go ahead and distribute these terms through. You could divide it off and isolate things, but I'll go ahead and distribute the 10. So I get 150x minus 90, and I'm going to distribute the 15. I'm going to rearrange that also so the x term is first. Negative 15 times negative 18. Don't know that off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure that's not 150. It's 270 x minus 6 times 15, I believe, is like 120 or something like that. 90, off by a lot. 90. All right, so they have the same y-intercept, but they have different slopes. So these are going to intersect. The slope determines whether they intersect or not. Same slope, no intersections. Different slopes, they're going to intersect. So on the graph of these guys, these basically are going to look like that, something like that. Not perfect, of course. So they are going to intersect, and they intersect at their y-intercepts, actually. So they're going to be A. All right, not too bad there. Question 14. They just want the value, so this is pretty simple. 4x over 5 equals 20. Multiply with 5, divide by 20, you get x equals 5 times 20 is 100. Divided by 4 is 25. So that's answer A. Okay. Question 15. Code 402. Has no solution again. All right, so that means that these two lines are parallel, and all we care about is the slope this time. Take a look at where the k is. K is the coefficient of x, which determines the slope. And if they have no solution, what does that mean? It means that these things are parallel. So if they're parallel, they have the same slope, so 3k, if we distribute that through, 3k. I don't care about the 13, I don't care about the 36, because I just care about the slopes. 3k equals 48 over 17. Divide the 3. K equals 48 divided by, what's 3 times 17? That's 30 plus 21. It's 51, and that would be my answer. 48 over 51. You could reduce that probably. I don't know if it reduces. You could try. All right, 16. Ooh, stop wigging out on me here. All right, 16